Hey guys, Matt Numrich here. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to go ahead and like this video. Also subscribe to this channel. We upload brand new content every single week. In this video right here, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cover shrimping down the ground. Now, what is shrimping when it comes down to self-defense? Well, it comes down to a very, very important mobility technique down on the ground. Once again, you talk about ground fighting. I love ground fighting, guys. Take a look at my training log. You're gonna see that I'm ground fighting probably more than anything else. The problem with the ground is that when we talk about street fighting, it's the last place where we would ever wanna end up on the ground. We have the environment, we have weapons that can come into play, obviously mass attack can come into play. We don't want to put ourselves in that kind of scenario dealing with ground fighting in any of those elements right there. However, just because it's something we don't want to do, it doesn't mean that we should not train it. Just the contrary. Once again, it can happen out in the street, therefore it's very, very important to make sure that we practice our ground fighting, and shrimping is a very, very important part of that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and cover specifically what is a shrimping technique and how do we do it. We're going to go ahead and find ourselves on our back right here. We're going to have our knees bent up just like this. If our legs happen to be straight out like this, make sure that we get them up as quickly as possible. When we're shrimping, we're pushing off the balls of our feet. The reason why we're doing that is because if we go ahead and we push off our heels and they slip, obviously we're going to slip right down. If we go ahead and push off the balls of our feet, not only do we have more leverage right here, but if they happen to slip, then they're once again being caught by our heels as a backup right here. So as we do this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push and make sure that our butt ends up on this side right here, just like this, and we're getting to that shrimp position. But as you can see, when I go ahead and get back into formation right here, I've now made progress this way, and that's what we're talking about, is making sure that we can move and have mobility down the ground. I'm now going to go ahead, throw my butt off to the other side right here as I go ahead and push. This is getting this position, and as I straighten back out, I once again am making progress this side right here. Same thing, pushing off the balls of my feet. Hands are up to protect my face, and then right back up just like this again. We're going off this side right here, pushing and coming right back right here. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I'm gonna have Max come back out here, and he's gonna go ahead and shrimp from one end of the room to the other end of the room. I think what's important to do in the video right here is to make sure that we can show how shrimping is used in many of the common positions down the ground. Most of you guys would assume that we have, let's say, about 8 main kind of positions down the ground. We have guard, in guard, mount, under mount. We have cross-side, under cross-side, and then north-south and under north-south. We're gonna go ahead, we're not gonna use all of them obviously because we may not need to shrimp or can shrimp even in each of those 8 positions, but we can in a lot of them. So let's go ahead and let's break down each and every position right there, why it's important to make sure that we know how to shrimp in each of those positions. Hang with us. All right, we're in this position right here. We are under mount. What's important to make sure that we do here is that we're not in this high leverage position for this person right here. We need to make sure that we shrimp on out and give ourselves a lot more of a fighting chance by having our arms have more leverage. So what we do is we can go ahead and shrimp in this position right here, shrimp in this position right here. Now I have a lot more opportunity to use my arm, get his legs pinned so we can go ahead and buck trap forward and things like that, but it can be made much easier by making sure that we shrimp. All right, now we have under cross-side. Under cross-side position right here is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shrimp our butt out to this side. This is gonna give us not only distance against our partner right here so we can counter, but also escape as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that as a transitional move, meaning that we're gonna go ahead and shrimp on out and then simply recompose guard. So if Max is back in here right here, I'm gonna shrimp right here. As I shrimp, this leg's gonna come right through here, and then I recompose guard just like this. But once again, it's done because we can have the shrimp. Now we have guard position. Once we have guard position right here, knowing that if this person goes going ahead and striking right here, we want to get out of there. So how we can get out of there is once again going right back to our shrimp. From this position right here, I am shrimping back out from this position. Now I can use my feet. Now I can get up. But once again, we can do it much more effectively by putting in the shrimp.